Sup? It's your favorite fat losers here for another podcast. I'm Views of Phoenix. That's Mr. Mediocre, aka Sugar Tits McGee.
Nobody calls me that, and
I call him that.
we're not fat losers, okay? We're two handsome, straight up handsome individuals. I mean,
They call
we're
me
young
Young
studs.
Sniffles in the streets.
Oh yeah, he got the Rona. He's got the Rona, guys. So
No.
as you listen to this podcast, be sure to wear your face covering because you don't want him giving you the Rona.
Yo, all got it now.
No, that's some ASMR stuff right there. I know Danny's gonna appreciate that.
No, I'm just playing.
We do need a ASMR cast. No, we don't.
Hey, this is my show. Be quiet before I park your ass. I love money. Get this shit clear.
No. Before we get to that, though, let me just say this. Let me tell you something. We're recording this on a Wednesday. We usually record on Friday, but because due to special circumstances such as,
Being a diva.
Rockets playoffs and, Madden 21 being released this Friday, we decided to record on Wednesday. So if anything crazy happens, like, I don't know, Kendrick drops an actual song or something, like, not...
I think we'd have to do a emergency episode
probably,
for that.
yeah. Or, if Yellowstone volcano erupts, like, if anything crazy happens, just know that this was recorded before that. So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
And it's all your fault.
My fault. You're the diva who came to me. I can't miss Madden 21. I need Wednesday. Please.
Listen, man, listen. I am a content creator that is currently taking a week off of streaming, and I need to be there for the release of Madden 21 because you know me, I'm I'm an evil person and all I care about is views.
Too bad it's not Views of Phoenix that you care about.
Aw, I don't care about you.
I know, you piece of shit. You don't give a fuck about me.
I don't care about anything. I'm evil. I'm what's his name? The gentle criminal. That's me because I have a nice mustachio.
Does that make Joe LaBrava?
Sure.
Sorry, Joe.
Okay.
Sorry, guys who don't understand. That's a stream joke.
Yeah, well,
But-
watch my streams and watch My Hero Macadamia, and you'll understand that reference. Anyways, though, we're here to talk about something big, something massive, and no, we're not talking about Duck.
We're talking about Sticky. He's gained 100 pounds in a week, and it's an issue.
No, it's not. I can stop when I want. No, but for real, on a serious note, if you guys have been keeping up with the podcast, you guys know that me and Duck are two huge Kendrick Lamar fans. And you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, I don't know if Duck has mentioned this before, but he actually has a Kendrick Lamar body pillow.
Shut the fuck up. You're not supposed to tell anybody that.
It's life size too, so it's like 4'1". But no.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the next time I come over to your house, you bring out your Logic body pillow and I'll bring my Kendrick one.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
Shout out to Logic. Sponsor us.
Yes, you too, Kendrick Lamar. Actually, okay, anyways, back to the story. Kendrick Lamar hasn't put out music. Well, not counting the Black Panther soundtrack thingamajiggy. He hasn't put out music since 2017. It's actually, it was early 2017, so it's been over 3 years. Yesterday, Tuesday the 18th, a few Kendrick Lamar tracks leaked. And, it was our first taste of some new Kendrick Lamar music, in quite a while. So, obviously, we felt like we have to talk about this. God bless you, youngin'.
I muted my mic for that because that was kind of loud.
Aww. You guys didn't hear it, but he sneezed, and it was like the cutest little sneeze ever. But
I'm sorry.
but yeah, I know you really enjoyed one of those tracks, and at first
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but it became kind of like a little meme for us, and now I kind of like
I
it.
think I think you just started to realize the greatness behind the track because it really is amazing.
Man, I don't know. In what way is it amazing?
Um, it's extremely catchy. The beat is unique, and lyrically, there's nobody better.
If you guys don't know what song we're talking about, you could probably like find it on YouTube. It's called "Park" by Kendrick Lamar, and the catchy part, he says, "I will park your ass."
Bitch, come here. I love money. Get this shit clear. I will park your ass. Don't make me park your ass, as the kids say.
I mean, it's funny, like, like, just imagine saying it to someone randomly. I will park your ass. Like, who says that? Like,
Oh, now me. I say that.
yeah, and I'm gonna start saying it too because it's so funny. Like, it's not something you hear. Like, it's funny. But here's the thing about that track, though. Apparently, it's a reference track for Baby Keem. So, the end product isn't a Kendrick Lamar song. It's a Baby
So
Keem
if
song.
if you hear Keem start saying park in a song, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, did you end up hearing the other songs or no?
I heard some of the other ones. Not all of them. You put out like 20 on your Twitter.
I'm sorry. I was just like starving for some new Kendrick Lamar
Well,
content.
it's because there's no music out right now.
That's true.
Like the only. Oh no, that's wrong. There was music news actually.
Which
Uh,
was...
I don't know if you heard, but Travis Scott apparently has 2 albums coming.
Oh yeah, one of them was with Kid Cudi, huh?
Yeah, one of them is with Kid Cudi. It's a collab album,
Yeah.
and then the other one is I believe a solo project.
Damn. Well, yeah, it hasn't been like what 2 years since Astroworld, so I mean,
It's been
makes
it's
sense.
been a couple years.
Yeah.
It makes sense because artists should put music out after a year or two.
Kendrick, I see a Rashad and
TDE,
TDE
just
in
TDE.
general.
I mean, if you want to cut corners, TDE.
Okay, like back to Kendrick though. Back to Kendrick. You know, he's the main topic. I don't know if like you've seen this floating around, but apparently his next album is gonna be a collab album with J. Cole.
I have not seen that, but I don't know how I would feel about that.
Not J. Cole. Baby Keem. A collab album with Baby Keem. That's the rumors. Because, I mean, I've said it before on the podcast. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know. Baby Keem is Kendrick Lamar's cousin. And I don't know if you remember the PG Lang thing that Kendrick dropped earlier this year. And everyone was like, what the hell is this? You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, in that little promo video thing, it featured a lot of Baby Keem. And in that little video, there was like a track, like it was like Baby Keem and Kendrick. And then you have this Baby Keem reference track by Kendrick leak. And then there's also another Kendrick track featuring Baby Keem that leaked. So there seems to be a lot of Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem kind of, going on right now. So maybe it is a Kendrick / Baby Keem collab album.
Is it because Kendrick will park his ass?
Yes. No, and remember, like I mentioned, like I've had a feeling that Kendrick Lamar's almost done. Like, could this be like Kendrick Lamar being, okay, I'm out, there's a new guy, Baby Keem, he's a new guy.
Well, I don't know about the introducing the Baby Keem as the new face of hip hop. But I mean, I've been saying that I think Kendrick and Cole could both put out one more project and walk away.
Yeah, and like,
Especially Kendrick, though.
yeah, because like in the whole PG Lang thing, and I've seen like part of this theory, what I'm about to say, on Reddit. Like in the PG Lang video, like it talks about the what's it called, the past and the future. So the theory behind it is like the collab album is gonna be Kendrick Lamar being the past, and Baby Keem sort of being the future.
Eh, I mean, I see where you're coming from with it. I just don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, like I mean Kendrick's definitely earned like the right to, we can't just critique it yet. We have to wait for it because, like, with To Pimp a Butterfly, when it first came out, that, it's going to be heavily jazz influenced, I was like, ugh. And then it came out, I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. So, like, I am definitely like, going to wait for it before I judge
Well, I mean, I don't think we have a choice but to wait for it.
But we got all these beautiful leaks. No, but
because we parked his ass.
Hell yeah. No, but another thing too is like apparently a lot of these leaks are from 2018, so like there's also a chance that we won't hear like the studio versions of them. So yeah, like
see, what I'm most upset about is that the Kendrick Lamar Park leak had been out for 3 weeks and I didn't hear it until now.
Oh yeah, and apparently that one had surfaced like. A lot of these leaks apparently surfaced last year, but TDE apparently, hushed them down, and then they came out again. So, yeah, I guess they do a pretty good job of hushing that down. Like, they just do not want new music out.
You're like, don't you dare put something out. I'll kill you. Like, they're death row, but they don't want any music.
Yeah, it makes no sense for me. But I mean, hopefully, like those are just all theories though, because I do want another solo Kendrick project. Like if we're getting a Kendrick project and a Baby Keem and Kendrick project, whatever collab, I'm fine with that. I just don't want a Kendrick and Baby Keem collab album. Like I don't want to wait 3 years for a collab album between Kendrick and Baby Keem.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a good album as long as the production's right. Kendrick and Keem aren't like just playing around the entire time. Because I don't know if you've ever like recorded like music or anything, but sometimes when you're with like people you're really close with, you tend to mess around a lot more on the track.
Yeah, or like maybe the little collab album, if there is one, isn't even like meant to be taken seriously. Like maybe it's just like a little fun thing. Because I don't know if you know this, but like apparently like for hip hop artists, like there's this bucket list of things they have to do before they retire, and one of those includes dropping a collab album. So maybe Kendrick is trying to cross out off his bucket list.
Well, Jay Electronica started his bucket list in a different order because that's the only album.
No, he's featured on a Jay-Z album. That's what it is. Nah, but I mean, I guess it was good to hear some new Kendrick or music, even if it won't be on the album. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping.
J. Cole.
Huh?
I said, where you at, J. Cole?
Well, I mean, at least J. Cole puts out music consistently. I mean,
semi-consistently.
Even if they're just loosies, like that's fine. Like the little 2-track thingy.
Twitter girl.
Yeah, little Twitter girl beef he had.
I think Twitter girl beef is the perfect way to sum up J. Cole. J. Cole seemed like the type to have beef with a girl on Twitter.
I could see that. See, the thing I hated about that was Chance the Rapper and Earl Sweatshirt kind of came at J. Cole for that. Like, what? Like, this girl started...
I understand. Okay, Chance the Rapper can say something. Earl Sweatshirt, shut the hell up. You don't get to talk. This is the big boys table.
Hey, man, I mean, Chance the Rapper, he ain't exactly, popping right now.
His last project flopped, but Other than that, he's got a discography. Earl Sweatshirt does not have the same discography as J. Cole and Chance the Rapper.
Earl Sweatshirt is the future, man.
No.
I don't know, like, I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter, but like a lot of people be hating on Earl Sweatshirt these days. I don't know why. Like people used to love Earl Sweatshirt, like with that one album. What was it called? I don't like shit. I don't go outside. I think that's what it's called. Like people used to love him back
Well,
then.
I think it's because there's a thing that society tends to do these days where it's if everyone's talking about how underrated somebody is, they just start to dislike them. Unless it's just like factual 100%, like cut and dry.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
like for a long time, I kept hearing, "Oh, Earl Sweatshirt is one of the most underrated rappers in the game. Nobody can touch him. He's next up, and nobody's talking about him." And I think people got sick of hearing that, so now it's become, man, fuck that dude. Shout out to Earl Sweatshirt, sponsor us.
Hopefully
Even
that'll
though I
happen
said
to like a
on
Joey
the Big Boy
Badass.
table.
Because Joey Badass, he is underrated.
Yeah, he is. I wouldn't put him at the big boy table with like Kendrick in them, but
I mean, 1999, Before the Money, All American Badass. I'd argue he's better than Cole. I don't know, man. Like, discography wise, I don't think he has an album that's better than Forest Hills Drives, but I think 1999, Before the Money, and All American Badass are way better than every other J. Cole project.
all right, explain to me why.
Because, like, just the production, the lyrical content behind it, and actually, I'll even say this: Damn wasn't the best album to drop in 2017. All American Badass was. I don't know if you heard it, but that album was really, really good, and honestly, one of my favorite songs all time came from that album, Temptation, and I'm pretty sure you heard that song before.
I have.
Exactly. It's just a shame that his biggest song is "I Used to Feel So Devastated." I mean, and it's not a bad song, but it's not his best song either, you know? But I don't know, like, hopefully Joey sees the same mainstream media attention that Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are getting, because I think that's the only thing that separates Joey Badass from Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Like, he doesn't have that mainstream media attention yet.
Look, he won't, mainly because of hype. Hype matters a lot. Like, in this big old world we live in, there are 100 Kendrick Lamars that we haven't heard. There's 100 J. Coles. Probably 1,000 J. Coles, to be honest. But, I mean, there's a lot of people out there making a lot of noise in their area, but that hype is extremely important. If you can get hype like Kendrick does and like Cole does for a project, there's no stopping you because you're getting numbers. And numbers is what matters in 2020.
They can buy the views. No,
they can.
But see,
and according to Kashi, they do. But, you know,
but see,
y'all aren't ready for that topic yet.
The thing is, though, like, Kendrick and Cole didn't start out with, like, all this big old hype, you know? Like, it built up eventually. And, like, eventually, you know, they became what they were. Like, J. Cole, you know, he went with Jay-Z, and Kendrick Lamar, his Good Kid, Mad City was produced by freaking Dr. Dre.
Well, I mean, you have to look at it like this, too. Well, you don't have to, but I look at it like this. I look at rap like I do the NBA. People always talk about, oh, this player could develop this into his game and he'd be amazing.
Oh, like Giannis,
but he's been in the league 9 years. Like, he been in the league 9 years. When he gonna do it?
Yep.
Like, at a certain point, the ifs and he coulds and she coulds and all that stuff, I mean, it's great, but at some point, they got to do it.
Joey's
Or
only
they got to get.
26.
Okay.
The baby's like
He
41.
just like Giannis. People keep saying, "Oh, if Giannis gets a jumper, Giannis is invincible. No one can touch him." Okay, Giannis been in the league like 6, 7 years. When he gonna do it?
Speaking of Giannis, how about that playoff choke job by Giannis?
Okay, I can understand the Lakers losing to the Blazers because the Blazers are really good and only were that low because of health. But you can't lose to the Magic. Like, come on, Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, I've never liked Giannis Antetokounmpo. Never been a fan.
See, I like Giannis, but they be overrating the hell out of that boy.
See, I didn't like him when he stole James Harden's MVP, and then when he started throwing shots at James Harden, like, back then I didn't mind him. He's cool and all. I mean, he's a tall guy. He can jump really high. He can dunk. That's about it. But like, he started talking mess about James Harden, and I love James Harden. He has a nice beard. Kind of reminds me of my beard. So, you can't talk mess about James Harden. You just can't. And like, I hate like all this hate James Harden gets. Like, dude put up 37 points against the Thunder.
OKC.
Yeah, without what's his name, Westbrook. Nobody's talking about it. But
Well, it's because
regular.
when with great players, the expectations always are moving, right?
Yeah.
Like James Harden, he can drop a casual 37 points. Because I don't know if you watched that game. James Harden in the first half was pretty mediocre.
Yeah, everybody else was
Like,
he was just chilling.
Like, he had like 14 points in the first half and was being outscored by Jeff Green and Eric Gordon. And then in the second half, he just turned it on. And I don't know who else can do that. But if you notice, Harden's expectations went from, oh, Harden is an MVP candidate and should win an MVP before end of his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
It went from that to, oh, Harden needs to get better on defense. Harden's become a decent defender, not great, but decent. Oh, but he needs to make it to the finals. If he makes it to the finals, it's going to become, oh, but he needs to win the finals. And it's going to keep going on and on.
He needs to win 7 more. Like, it's like the double standards, man. Like, it's so fucked because like James Harden's like literally like he's carried bum ass teams to the playoffs, and he's taken the Warriors, like the good Warriors teams from like the few years ago, like 3 years in a row. Like, he took the Rockets to the Western Conference Finals and went toe to toe with them. The only one that did it.
I don't know if you remember this, but James Harden had a competitive series with the Warriors before they, like, really broke out. Like, I think it was during their first, like, finals appearance.
Yeah.
He was against them, and one of his best teammates was Josh Smith.
Yeah, like, it's dumb. And then you have Giannis fucking do what he did, and all you hear is excuses or nobody's talking about it. Same thing with Anthony Davis. Look what he did against the Blazers. He ain't do nothing. He choked.
Oh, I'm gonna flat out say it. Anthony Davis is one of the most overrated guys in basketball. Like, he's real good, but he's not that. Like, people are saying he's an easy top 5 player in the league. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Definitely not easy. You want to make arguments? Sure.
Okay, how about this, though? Damian Lillard. Love him. Dude's very good, but, I mean, come on, I gotta tone it down a bit. Like the dude ain't the best.
Like Stephen A. Smith saying he's the best player in the league. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't even the best player in the West.
Ooh, the West. Speaking of the West, pretty sure LeBron ain't enjoying playing in the West. He's so used to, skimming through the East.
Oh, there's a big difference between going against Orlando and Detroit in the first round to the Trailblazers.
Yep. And I hope, it'd be funny if the Trailblazers beat the Lakers.
See, I don't want that, though.
Yeah, see, because I think the Rockets are better off playing the Lakers than they would be playing Trailblazers.
The reason I say I don't want the Lakers to, lose the series is because I really, really don't think the Lakers are ready. Because, the Blazers match up well with the Rockets. Because if you can shoot threes with the Rockets and keep up with them that way, then the Rockets are probably going to lose. Because that means you're also still going to be able to kill them inside. But the Lakers, I don't know if you keep up with them too much. They cannot shoot. At all. LeBron's never been a great three-point shooter. Anthony Davis is okay. He's not, a sniper or anything. Danny Green seems like he can't hit a jumper at all. So, their best shooters are guys like Alex Caruso. I'm trying to think of more. Danny Green, who, like I said, is struggling to shoot and can't seem to hit a shot to save his life. Dion Waiters, who is probably too high to even get on the court. J.R. Smith, who's probably too high to get on the court. But yeah, they don't have shooting. And that's what's going to screw them over.
Yeah, and then you have the Clippers over there. Low-key kind of struggling, too, with the Mavericks. I heard their game 1.
I think their game just started.
Well, I heard their game 1. Apparently, a lot of people are making a big deal about, the officiating. Apparently, officiating was, really bad.
They kicked out Kristaps Porzingis, the Mavericks' second-best player, off 2 really weak technical fouls.
Wow.
In a playoff game too. But as we're podcasting, the Mavericks actually have an 8-point lead in the third quarter.
I hope they win.
That would make it interesting if the Mavericks gave the Clippers a run. Because wouldn't that shake things up if the Clippers and the Lakers both lost in the first round?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone has a Lakers and Clippers Western Conference Finals. So, eliminate them right off the bat. Well, what happens,
It's because those are the teams that everybody likes.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the Rockets outside of Rockets fans.
Yeah, and let's be honest, nobody cares about OKC either. Small market team. Denver, or what was the other one? Utah.
Well, Houston isn't small market. It's just Houston tries stuff that is unusual.
Yeah.
And the media doesn't like that. They like their idea of great, so the media kind of shits on them. And then when you have the media already shitting on you and your unique style of play, when you get a star player who everyone doesn't like his style of play already, they just keep piling on.
And then back to the whole fucking double standards with James Harden. Why did people love Luka but hate James Harden if Luka mirrors his game around James Harden?
I'm pretty sure at one point Luka's even said, one of the players, James Harden.
It's complete bullshit, man. I hate it. He gets so much disrespect. That's why I love James Harden. He gets so much disrespect, but he don't care. He just shows up and business as usual, does his thing.
That's why I think him and Giannis's beef is stupid, because Harden, the only thing Harden has ever said about Giannis is that he should have been MVP over Giannis. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, let's review the things Giannis has done. Giannis has full force thrown a basketball at James Harden's face. He has taken shots at him at the All-Star game by saying, "Oh, we're just gonna target James Harden on defense." He's also, I believe, he said something else about Harden, but I can't remember that right now. But anyway, he's done a bunch of stuff just because Harden said he should have been MVP again. Which, if we're looking at it objectively, he should have. They just moved the goalpost.
Yep.
He should be a 3-time MVP at least.
Yep. He should have won over Westbrook that one year, but Westbrook had all the triple doubles and stuff.
No, I knew when it came down to him versus Russ in Russ's first year with the triple double, I knew it was going to go to Russ just because everyone was going to hype up the triple doubles.
Yeah.
But the funny part is that. Oh, go ahead. You want to go ahead, or can I make this real quick?
Just go ahead and say it.
I was going to say, before we moved on to Westbrook, he averaged triple doubles multiple seasons. Why did it become less impressive each year?
That's true.
Like, people didn't talk about it as amazing as it was after his first season winning MVP with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just, to sway away the MVP from James Harden, as per usual. Because, it's weird, though, because I remember, back in, when Harden was, first in the running for, the first MVP, whatever, against Steph Curry, people were like, oh, but, Steph Curry's team has a better record.
Team wins matter.
Yeah, he has
Harden's
a better
putting up these great numbers and doing all this great stuff, but his team's not winning.
Yeah.
They gave it to Steph because his team won. Harden then puts up the same numbers, and his team is I think top 3 seed in the West. And they're like, oh, but the numbers aren't as good as this set of numbers.
Yeah.
Even though he's winning.
He should have multiple MVPs, man.
He should at least have to.
It's complete BS. I mean, I could understand, the Steph Curry argument. Oh, yeah, his team had more wins, whatever. But, the fact that they kept, flip-flopping it. Oh, no stats, no wins, no stats, no wins. That's fucked up.
Well, that goes into what I was saying earlier with the moving goalpost stuff. They seem a lot more willing to listen to arguments for players when it's somebody they really like.
Yep.
The media really likes Luka Doncic, and we'll get into why that's a little racial in a minute. But they also love guys like Giannis and LeBron and specific players that you'll keep hearing their names over and over.
Damian Lillard.
He's not playing this year, but Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah, KD.
You'll hear a lot of specific names, and if you pay attention, there's a reason for it. It is because they like those guys.
Yeah, it's so BS. But
now, I want to bring up something with Luka. I said a minute ago that it's a racial thing for Luka. It really is. Because if you look at it, what does every single commentator say every time the Mavericks play? Do you know this?
No.
They bring up the fact that he's white.
What the?
It's another one of these things, and this has happened with multiple people in multiple different types of sports, where they want to create the next great white hope. Oh, it's the white boy who's keeping up with all these black folk. White people can do it too. Look at them. No, that's really what. And it might not even be a conscious thing. I'm not trying to call commentators and people like that racist or anything, but on some level, it has to do with the fact that he's white. Because if the Mavericks had Luka as a black man, You think they're getting as much hype as they are right now?
Probably not.
Shit, he doesn't even have to be like black. You think if he's a Hispanic dude, Luke is getting hyped like this?
Yeah, probably not. Because, I mean, like we said, like, he mirrors his game around James Harden, and everybody hates James Harden.
Like, it's not a coincidence that as soon as Harden starts making the step back three extremely popular, Luka just seems to start, taking and making them out of nowhere.
Yep, and then when Luka does it, everybody loves it. Oh my god, look what he can do. Nobody can do that. But James Harden been doing that for years.
James Harden's perfected that. But see, that's the thing. And this is another thing people don't want to talk about with James Harden. He's changed the game. Like, he has literally made the NBA make rules and get rid of things from the game because he was so good at it. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a season where the Rockets averaged, like, just James Harden, he averaged more three-point being fouled. He averaged more times getting fouled at the three line than almost every other team in the league. Damn. Just by himself. So he was getting fouled so much more at the three-point line that they made a new rule about fouls at three, just to try to stop Harden from getting those as much. They changed the rules. And then if you also look at it, James Harden has been in his bag in terms of signature moves. Like, remember when he first got to the Rockets? What was his signature move that everybody was starting to do? Do you know?
What was it called?
I'm sure once I say it, you're gonna realize it.
It's like I know what it is, but like I don't know what it's called. Fuck.
A Euro step.
Yeah, there we go.
As soon as he starts doing that, you start seeing it more over the league. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why as soon as James Harden starts taking step-back threes, you start seeing guys like Luka Doncic, even Steph Curry starting to do step-backs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, we're not a sports podcast.
Or a hip-hop podcast.
We could be a hip-hop podcast.
We could also be a sports podcast. We could be anything. We could be anything. We could be an anime podcast.
We're that good and talented. We could be anything we want.
Yeah,
we just choose to do everything.
Maybe we should have 3 separate podcasts: sports,
I'll do 12
anime,
podcasts,
and hip hop, and then we can have a country music one.
I did want to do one thing though.
Yes.
If anybody listening, is a skilled editor or has any kind of talent
with audio,
like putting together audio and things like that, we are looking for somebody to help us make an intro for this podcast. And we'll of course give you credit. We'll of course let people know when we get it, who made it, where they can find you, your social media info, all that kind of stuff. We'll keep your name in the description so people know who made the song. But if you have editing talent and are willing to help us with an intro, we will gladly take the help.
Yes. Hit us on the DMs on the Twitter at BroadENTPod. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. I'm honestly surprised you got that because I think I've used that more than you. But yeah, no, I just wanted to do that because I mean, we not the best editors, so we need help.
For yourself, Tubby.
First of all, you said earlier we're not Tubbies, so which one is it, you fucking bitch?
we're handsome young tubbies. You like that one?
We're handsome young men who just happen to not be able to touch their toes.
Well, I mean, I don't have toes, so yeah. Oh wait, I have something to talk about. Earlier, before you rudely hung up on me when we were talking for like 12 hours, you said Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And I was like, save it for the podcast! And then you rudely hung up on me. What are your thoughts on that?
I called you a bitch and hung up.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Call of Duty kind of feels...
Still.
Like, it's going to be the same exact online gameplay next Call of Duty. Like, when you think Call of Duty Online, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Guns and shooting other people and, yeah.
You know what comes into my head?
Huh.
I'm running around looking for somebody to shoot, the point of the game, and I get killed from somebody crouched in a corner who does not move.
Yeah, that's like been the state of Call of Duty for like the past few years. Like, it's so...
But that's not fun to me.
No, it's yeah, definitely. Like, it's so...
Like, when I get the games where they sit around and don't do anything, I'm like, this is fucking boring. I'm going to something else.
Yeah. I mean, I hate the fact that they're calling it Black Ops for the 5th straight time. Like,
get creative.
Like, they're just milking the name. Like, Jesus.
Just like Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least GTA is somewhat makes sense, I guess. But like it is a reboot of the Black Ops series, apparently. So like they didn't have to call it Black Ops. Like, they could have called it anything else. And I mean, they didn't have to make Black Ops 3 or 4. But they just made it Black Ops because it has the name Black Ops.
Because they know it'll get sales.
Yeah, it's like so fucking ugh. Like it's I don't like it. I don't like it.
If it has zombies, I'll look into maybe getting it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably not.
It should have zombies. I mean, that's their thing. That's Treyarch's thing, zombies. And if it doesn't have zombies,
that's the big selling point in all Black Ops games.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we got zombies.
If we don't have it, I'm not going to buy it. I'll probably end up buying it. Who the fuck am I kidding?
Once your favorite sub on YouTube, Evan, donates another $100.
It's like fucking Madden every year. Well, see, it's different with Madden. Like, I have to stream Madden because, like, I'm like technically
you're a Madden
NFL Madden YouTuber, even though fucking
you're not a NFL YouTuber.
Shut the fuck up!
Don't
fucking say it. Don't fucking say it. Say it.
Texans boy.
Fuck you. See, I got a bone to pick with you. EA sponsor us, by the way. How come all these other fatties, and by fatties,
hey, you leave Markiplier alone.
I'm talking about like these other fat Madden YouTubers. Like, no offense, to I don't know Madden YouTubers anywhere if you're listening. How come they get the game early but I don't get it early? I'm a Madden YouTuber.
Well, it's because they want people who are gonna, promote the game.
I'll promote, bro. I streamed Madden 20. Like,
they want want people with large platforms, though.
I'm large, and I have a platform.
Like, I think the lowest sub count for somebody who gets the game early that I've seen is like 50K subs.
Well, we're gonna have to get 50K subs by next.
That's right, and sub right now.
Sub. Make all accounts and sub. Actually, don't do that because that creates dead subs and that creates a dead YouTube channel. So don't ever sub with alt accounts.
Unless you're gonna be active on your alts.
You're gonna open up 20 pages on your MacBook 12 and talk with all of them.
You You make 12 alt accounts and you leave a comment and view with all of them.
Yes.
And a like.
And likes. Yes. Actually, though, did you see the Madden 21 yard gameplay? Like,
No.
Like, honestly, dude, like when I first heard of it, like I had my hopes for it, and then like I seen the little teaser for it, and I was like, oh my god, this is Superstar KO, it's whack. But then
No, I lied.
Yeah.
I did see part of the yard, and it made me have zero hope for that game mode.
What, really?
Yeah.
What?
You know what I saw?
Huh.
I saw forward laterals, cross field, like sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
And they did it 7 times in a row with one rusher, so you could do it for 5 minutes if you were skilled enough.
Yeah, I see that. I was like, you know what? I could probably have some fun with this. Like, I disagree because I think like
it's like, fun when you're on offense.
Well, like just like running around,
keep away. But when you're defense,
from the looks of it, it's you get 3 drives, so like it's not like time based.
But it could be 5 minutes for each drive they do if they're good enough.
Well, you could get your what's it called? One of your players could like rush the quarterback.
Okay, but what are you gonna do when he's fast? Because keep in mind, they are able to change like speed and stuff like that based on their position and archetype or whatever. Yeah. What are you going to do when he's got Lamar Jackson speed and your guy's only got like 87 speed and you can't catch up?
Oh well, you gotta play smart. Like it's meant to like it's just like an arcade type thing. Like it's not meant to like be.
We don't want arcade. Fix your fucking simulation, EA.
Well, yeah, like fix that. But I mean, it's like a little fun side thing for me at least.
You know why they did it?
Huh?
Because they know 2K coming out with like an NFL Street kind of game, an arcadey kind of game.
I was thinking that too, actually, and I'm hoping 2K's like version of this is like their My Park on 2K. That'd be like so fun.
I've heard NFL Street pretty consensus-wise for it.
I don't like the streets, man. They're evil.
Wow, rude.
What
did the streets do to you?
At a very young age, my father was killed by a street. And ever since then, I have vowed to destroy every single street I encounter.
John, next story.
Once upon a time, there was an ugly barnacle.
John, next story.
I don't have stories, man.
Fucking loser.
You're a loser.
You're a loser.
Speaking of losers, one of like your most recent videos, I think you started at Sup Losers or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And I was dying. I'm like, why do you call his viewers losers?
I don't know. It was like 7 in the morning because I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was half awake, and that's just how I felt like starting it. It was a one-take video.
Oh, those are the best.
I think I even got a comment on that. I forget who commented, or else I would have said their name. But somebody even commented, like, Duck, why do you sound half awake in this?
Yeah, they do that to me sometimes, too. I'm like, well, because I recorded this video at 3 a.m. Well, I had just woken up when I recorded this video. Like, my recording schedule is kind of, like, really all over the place. Like, I don't really have a set time to record.
Well, you will once I park your ass.
I will park your ass. Yeah, but I was dying like Sup, losers. And then you got me
making a video about it.
Yeah. And then you got little innocent Omi. What is going on, my beautiful individual viewers?
No, you do the same intro like 60% of the time.
Hi guys, it's Mr. Mediocre here.
I'll never forget Classic Sticky where it's
So the Texans. Now?
I don't think I ever said. I think I pointed it out to you at one point,
Yeah.
but for a long time, and I had noticed it for a long time. You started all your videos. So the Texans.
Now, like, I'm kind of, like, all over the place. Like, now I just, like, jump into it, like, J.J. Watt died. Like, that's so fucked up. I'm sorry, J.J. Sponsor us, so.
JJ probably could sponsor us.
He could. And then we get to wear his nice little Reebok shoes, which I talked shit about in the video back then. But, you know,
No, JJ, only give me the Reebok shoes. I never talk shit about your shoes.
JJ, put me on your show. I can run.
The Ultimate Tag Show?
Yes, I can run. I'm elusive.
I don't know about elusive.
I'm elusive.
I mean, that's like calling your doorway elusive.
Kinda is. For you?
Nah, you, because you can't fit through it.
That's what I was fucking saying, but you stole my joke.
Fuck up.
I will park your ass.
I love money. Get this shit clear before I park your ass.
Isn't
Don't
it
make
cool,
me
though?
park your ass.
How last episode was kind of Drake based, and this one's Kendrick based.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
That's crazy.
We'll see which one does better. Kendrick or Drake.
Kendrick Lamar. Better be Kendrick. I am gonna view bot this video and everything, and hopefully.
Don't you dare.
I would do anything for Lord Kendrick.
Oh.
What?
The Mavericks might actually win this game.
Oh, score?
It is 98-85 at the end of the third quarter.
Let's go, Mavericks.
Hold on.
Dude, like, it's crazy because, like, the Clippers have worked really hard all season to get home court advantage, and then, boom, just like that, gone.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know if you've seen my Rockets tweet.
I did.
See, the thing is, like, with me, like, sometimes I want to tweet some stuff, say some stuff, but I'm like, people are going to think I'm stupid. And, like, with that tweet, like, I'm wondering how many people actually thought I was being serious.
I don't remember who was talking to me, but I was on Twitter during a Rockets game, and I said something about, like, Jeff Green should start and this should be the lineup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this one dude said something like, "Do you even watch the games?" And the first thing I did was mute his ass.
Did you go back after
I'm
he
tweeting
went
about the Rockets games, and I give my opinion on something, and you come at me for an opinion you don't agree with?
Did you go?
Like, it'd be one thing if I'm like, the Rockets are fucking stupid if they don't listen to me and do this. But I said, I think the Rockets should do this. Do you even watch the game? Fuck you. I watch your mother in the shower.
That's illegal.
No, it's not. I live in Portugal. It's legal here.
I highly doubt that's legal.
You say, mind your fucking business, okay?
Oh, you know, like those tweets on Twitter, like with the fake Adam Schefter accounts and stuff, like, oh my god, this happened, and like some people believe it.
Yeah.
I always feel like retweeting those just to get people, but I feel like people are gonna think that they got me, so I never end up retweeting those.
Oh, yeah.
Or else I'd be like retweeting those like every single second.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yes.
And no one's gonna know I'm doing this until Monday when this drops. But what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'm gonna go through old Ian Rappaport tweets, and I'm gonna start like quote tweeting stuff from like 4 years ago and using it. So like I'll use Denver Broncos signed Jamal Charles to 1 year minimum deal, and they're gonna be like, huh?
Oh no, like it would be like even scarier, like with the like season-ending injury. So like go back there, find Ian Rappaport tweet JJ Watt out for the year confirmed. Like that would freak so many people out.
Deshaun Watson tears ACL in practice.
Oh man, just even thinking about this stuff is like so fucking evil, dude.
That's fun. I'm gonna do it.
Do it, fuck it.
I might. You know what? I'm gonna find one right now while we're talking and do it.
Oh no! Why are we like this?
Because it's fun.
See, this is why no one ever takes us seriously, man. Because we're always joking around and trolling.
I don't want to be taken seriously.
This is just
fucking goof around.
Yeah, live life, man. Like,
play with me.
Whoa, buddy, whoa. Whoa.
What? You ain't trying to play with me?
I know a guy. Let me hit him up. Hey, Pat D-Stat.
Oh, hey, no.
Oh yeah, like those comments about people like, is this real? Like, bro, it's like everywhere. How you not know? I guess some people aren't on the Twitterverse.
I guess not.
Which is weird. Okay, so Instagram or Twitter? Because I know you use both.
What do you mean?
What's better?
Twitter.
Yes. Because to this
I use
day,
both, but
I still have people trying to tell me Instagram better. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, the thing with that is, if you go on Instagram, most of it, especially the Explore pages, are screenshots of Twitter.
That's true.
So, no.
And like, not only that, like, the way the timeline is set up on Instagram is like all jumbled up. Like, you'll see something from like 6 days ago, and then the next thing you see is something from like 12 minutes ago. Like, it's like all over the place. Like, why isn't it in order, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of whack. Okay, I have a very important question for you.
What?
Do you have a WAP?
No.
Do you know what a WAP is?
Moist, but female genitalia.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Wet ass pussy.
So you know how I put that on my Snapchat? Like, no, I don't have a wet ass pussy. Stop asking.
Yeah.
Well, one of my cousins, like asked me, DM me, whatever. What's a WAP?
How old is your cousin?
She's like, 28, I believe, but like she's not.
She's single? No.
No.
I'm playing.
But like she's like not on social media like that. She don't listen to that type of music like that. So like I didn't know how to like how do I tell her like what's WAP? Wet ass pussy. You know, like I had to leave her on red.
Why you trying to find out?
That's weird. That is weird. But
if you give me your Snapchat, I'll ask her.
No. One, she's 28. She's married and has 2 kids.
Does she want a third? No, I'm playing. I'm having too much fun. Oh, did you see my tweet, by the way?
No, let me.
It's pretty good. I think I did a good job. I think I did a good job, at least.
Oh man. Okay, let me explain this to the viewers.
No. Don't tell them anything. They need to go and follow my Twitter at Views of Phoenix to find out what it is.
So funny. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny, dude. How'd you did you
I do a good job?
Yeah.
Did I do I'll tell you off podcast how I did it.
Oh man, that's so funny. You guys have to go follow him on Twitter at Views of Phoenix to find out what he did.
Oh, we didn't plug any of our stuff.
Oh, we haven't.
No, I think we were too busy giggling to ourselves at the start of the podcast to do it.
Yeah, that's true. So
Do you want to plug the stuff, or do you want me to?
Okay, I could do it. I got this. Okay.
Okay.
Follow Views of Phoenix on Twitter at Views of Phoenix. Subscribe to him on YouTube at Views of Phoenix. Also, follow me on Twitter at Mr.Mediocre _YT. Subscribe to me on YouTube at Mr. Mediocre. Subscribe to my second channel, L Sticky's Lair. Subscribe to this podcast channel at Broad Entertainment. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever you call it. Subscribe. I don't know what you call it on those, but yeah, Broad Entertainment. Follow us on Twitter at BroadENT Pod. Did I do a good job?
Yes, I do want to throw one thing in there that I think we forget to say.
Yes.
You guys be sure, at least on YouTube, because I know we do YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, which I think a good chunk of our base is, be sure to leave a comment on what you think. Anything you could tell me what you ate today, suggestions, it don't matter. Just takes 2 seconds, comment, and also, and this is really important, if you think somebody else would like it, share the podcast. Yes. It ain't gonna hurt
share
anything.
With your grandma, your mama, your brother, your
even
sister.
Even if you know somebody does work on their computer and you're like, oh, I know you need background noise, recommend the podcast. Gives them an hour of background noise.
And actually, let me suggest this, because Brendan left a comment on our last podcast. He said to add visuals to the back of it, but I'm like, a podcast is meant to be listened to. I mean, maybe at some point we'll have like some Joe Budden, Joe Rogan type of thing when we have face cams and stuff, but like we don't want to show ourselves just yet because we're fucking ugly.
Well, I mean, even with that though, even with the Joe Rogans and Joe Budden stuff, they are in the same room.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier to do, like, assuming you do a face reveal at some point, it would be pretty easy to do it if we were in the same building.
Yeah.
We pretty far away from each other.
Yeah, but since I'm in Dallas and you're in Nebraska, like, it makes things really...
Canada.
But, yeah. But see, what we're going to start doing now is we're going to put the link to the podcast for Spotify, Apple Podcast in the description of the YouTube video or whatever. We're gonna put it there, so for all you guys that, because I know like a lot of people want to have it as background noise, and a lot of you guys are on YouTube and YouTube doesn't let you, close out the thingy and like go about your business like that. So yeah, we're gonna put it on Spotify, or the link to Spotify and Apple Podcasts in the description.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I already do.
Oh, well, yeah, see, it's already there, so be sure. Well,
I'm going to get 100% confirmation before I go off that. But.
We should have told him this at the start. But, like, because now it's the end and the podcast is over, and they're like, oh, man, I could have been listening to this on Spotify or something else. Like, yeah, because like, for some reason, some people don't know about that. Like, most of our viewer base is on YouTube, man. Personally, I'd like to shift it over to Spotify.
Oh, I'm happy with that. Whatever platform. You want to listen on a toaster strudel, do whatever you got to do. Oh, by the way, I found out an interesting fact. We had a listener on a third-party podcast listening platform.
What does that even mean?
Like, it's a platform that isn't like it's a platform you go to listen to podcasts for free that I didn't even know our thing was uploaded to.
That's weird.
Have you ever heard of Overcast?
No.
That's where our podcast is.
That's
Because
cool.
if you download it and go and type in Broad Entertainment, it has all of our episodes.
That's so cool.
I didn't know that was a thing, and it was kind of cool to find that out.
Hmm.
I
Makes me
mean,
feel good about ourselves.
for them to take the time to put our podcast on there,
True.
it made me feel good.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Shout out to Overcast, sponsor us.
Yes, sponsor us. Everyone sponsor us. Who haven't we asked for a
Right
sponsor?
now. No, I'm kidding. But
Wait, you just said Toaster Strudel, so Toaster Strudel sponsor us.
yeah, dude. Y'all don't even have to pay me. Just give me a bunch of toaster strudels.
Yeah, give them all to him because I think they're disgusting.
Shut the fuck up. That's our sponsor.
I'm a Pop-Tart guy. Pop-Tart sponsor us. See, now we got Toaster Strudel and Pop-Tarts, like, in the bidding war for us. I'm smart.
Shout out to Bitcoin. Sponsor us.
Bitcoin.
Shout out to the World Bank. Sponsor us.
Oh.
Shout out to the government. Sponsor us.
Yes.
just keep throwing sponsors on there. But I think it's time to end it though.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time. So.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, beautiful individuals, for listening, or how Duck would say, we appreciate you losers for listening.
You know what? No. We're going to end it on this note. After I finish this, we're ending it.
Okay. Don't do it.
If you've made it to this point, you are one of the top 10 most beautiful people in the world.
Wow.
Top. So if you made that top 10, comment down, I'm beautiful in the comments. And we're going to know you're extremely beautiful.
Yes.